The world as we know it has changed forever. We have to unite more than ever. It has never been easier to connect. Social media is the great equalizer. As we continue to learn from each other, it allows us to challenge our beliefs, turn our fears into action. How far can we go? It's up to us. We have to conquer our fears, crush mediocrity, stay motivated, dream big. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. In the think tank, we will never settle for anything less than an extraordinary life. Michael Baptiste, welcome to the think tank, my brother.
Hey, thank you so much, Martin. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for the time and space allowing me to come on and share. Thank you.
Man, it's awesome, man. I look forward to this day. We are probably 2 time zones away. We are 12 hours apart from each other. You are in Thailand. I am in Tampa. It's 11:55 in the evening for me. It's 11:55 for you in the day. And man, it's a small world. Look at how small the world is, right?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. But you have an amazing story, man. I saw you on Facebook and we liked each other. You have an amazing story. You also have a business model that you do called High Ticket Freedom, but we'll talk about that later. But I want to get to know your story. I want the world to know where Michael came from. You defied the odds and you said, you know what? I'm going to make something of Michael's life. I'm going to contribute to the world. So I'm not going to go into further. I'm not going to go. Well, let me back up a little bit. Let me just say a little bit more and a little intro, then we can take it from there. You have your business model called High Ticket Freedom, where you help coaches, consultants, and experts convert their expertise into a conscious, sustainable online business. And that is awesome. And I want to be part of that. So I am part of that. So we'll tackle that later. Okay. But in the meantime, I want to tell your story, your great story of where you came from, where you are right now, and where you're going. So without any further ado, tell us your story, Michael.
Oh, man, right on. Well, the first thing I'll start with is I do believe that everybody has a superpower. And because I believe this, what I do is I help people go within themselves to discover their superpower, extract it from their inner being, turn it into a conscious online business that can be sustainable, where they can take their superpower and go share with people all over the world and actually get paid to share it. So once they get paid to share it, they literally can do whatever they want to do, whether that's travel the world, share time with family, friends, loved ones, or do whatever they want to do because they want to do it. Like, that's what I specialize in helping people do. I've been doing that for many years now. And we do that inside of the movement that I created called High Ticket Freedom. We'll get to that more, but I wanted to just share that because that's what I believe in. And I'm the type of person, like, if I believe in something, I stand on what I believe in, and I'm willing to put everything on the line for what I believe in, because, like, if I don't do that, then am I really living? Am I really alive if I don't live for what I believe in? So my story is one that is unique because I was born to a single mother, a teenage mother, while my father was in prison. I was born in the ghetto hood projects of South Miami, Florida, where there was gang influences. Literally, you walk out, look down the street, the gang's hanging right there. There was drugs, there was crackheads, there was violence. It was constantly police sirens in my neighborhood. A lot of people think Miami is just South Beach and like fancy. No. I'm from the part that they don't show on the commercials. And that's like, it just is what it is. It's a lot of, it's unfortunate, but there's a lot of talent in these type of neighborhoods. But anyway, so growing up, I didn't really have, any type of leadership. I didn't have a male role model to follow. My influences were the dope boys in the hood, the jack boys who rob people, the athletes that I saw on TV and the entertainers that I saw in movies. So seeing this, it was like, okay, I can try the street life, or I can try to become a ball player or an actor. That's all I got, because I'm a black man. They constantly tell me that I'm not valuable. I can't do anything with my life. And I'm either destined to go in one of these directions. So growing up, I tried these things. I'll be real. I'm fortunate that the street parts didn't work out. And, I didn't get it. I dodged that, and I'm no longer involved in any of that. But then I tried the entertainer route. I tried to be a music guy. I tried to act. I was in acting classes, and let's just say my mom was like, no, you're not going in that direction. I know what Hollywood's about. Anyway, and I tried basketball. So basketball was something that actually worked out because a coach told me, he was like, yo, you got some energy, you got some effort.
You got some
If
skills.
you put effort, you put in the work, you can be good. And I was like, oh. And fortunately for me, that coach, my mother used to babysit him when he was a young kid. So he saw me. He was like, hey, I know your mom. I know your family. Man, I know how you guys don't have anything. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you break a generational curse in your family. And my high school coach started mentoring me. He started telling me that, look, Mike, I can be the one to break the generational curse. I can be the first one to go to college. I can go, get my education and then start to, get a job or do something with my life. And I can do it. And I was like, what? I don't know what this means, but okay. I mean, why not? Like, my dad's in jail. Like, right now, you're my dad. Like, you're my role model right now, coach. And he took me under his wing like a son, and he treated me like a son. And literally, man, just poured into me every day for 4 years. Wow. And at the end of it, I ended up getting a scholarship to go play college basketball. And my high school coach helped me with getting my SATs and studying. And like he hired a tutor and got me tutoring. So I'm very fortunate, man, that my high school basketball coach came in, because if he didn't, I would probably be in gangs. I would probably be in prison. I would probably be like selling dope or like, doing like just being a product of my environment. Even though I knew that I had good in my heart, I just would have been a product of my environment, because that's how things work.
Or maybe
I get to college.
Maybe even dead. Maybe not even around anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a high chance. From my neighborhood, man, there was several kids that actually got murdered, through gun violence or gang violence. In the neighborhood gang I was a part of, that got murdered. Like I was 12 years old, and I had a friend he got shot and killed, shot in the head, murdered. I didn't see it, but like one day I said, hey bro, I'll see you tomorrow. And then he went up to another part of Miami, and boom, he got shot and murdered. And so like I've seen death at such an early age. I realized, you know what, man, maybe this is not for me. There's got to be something else. Right. So I'm just so fortunate, man, that my high school coach was there in my life, and I had basketball. Right. But what happened for me is that I got into college, first one in my family to do it. Everybody's like, oh, he's going to the NBA. And I even thought I was going to the NBA,
Yeah.
One knee injury, and my whole life came crashing. Like all of my dreams came crashing before my eyes. It was like a plane in the sky. You think that plane's going to take off and make it to the next state, and then it crashes and burns. That's what happened for me. And then I fell into a depression, Martin. It was so bad.
Yeah.
One depression led to my knee. I tried to come back fast, but I got hurt again, and I hurt it worse. I had to get another surgery. And then the depression got so bad, man, that I literally I wanted to die. Like I didn't want to live anymore. I'm like, man, the street life is not for me.
Right.
I tried to be an actor. That didn't work. I tried to do entertainment. That didn't work. And I tried the last thing that I could do as a black man in America, basketball. And you're telling me it's not going to work?
Wow.
I don't have anything, man. My life is worthless. I might as well kill myself now. And every day for a year, I wanted to die, man. Like I dropped out of college. I lost my basketball scholarship. I went back to the hood feeling like a disgrace, like a loser. I just completely dishonored my family. And, it was so bad, man. It was so terrible. And one day I woke up and a voice was like, yo, Mike, don't die. Like, don't die. You got something inside you. Don't die. So I said, okay, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to try again. I'm going to go for another scholarship. I'm going to get another basketball scholarship because I know I can do it, but I know basketball is not going to be the way for me. I got to find something else.
Right.
Well, you know what? I like eating food, and growing up, we didn't have a lot of food. We were in poverty, and I was always hungry, man. Maybe I'll get into some kind of food business. Maybe I'll help feed people. And maybe I can get out of poverty, man. So maybe I could, I don't know, help people in that way. I don't know. I got to do something though. I got to do something for myself. So I got into school at Florida Memorial University, which is the HBCU in Miami. Okay. And I knew basketball wasn't going to be the way for me, but I said, all right, if I could use basketball to kind of get into business somehow, and maybe if I can get into a business that could change the world, that could really impact people on a massive scale. Okay, I like that. That sounds like where I want to go. And little did I know, but I set the intentions, and the intentions would actually come into reality. But I didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, hey, I want to do this in my head, so I'm gonna go for it. You know, because growing up in poverty, you learn how to make something out of nothing.
Right.
And you learn that, hey, look, maybe the things are not here, maybe the resources are not here that I want, but let me be resourceful. Let me go in here and in here to create what I want.
Right.
So I get into school at Florida Memorial University. I start balling, and you know, I do well in my senior year. I do well on the basketball court, but also like when I first get there, I discovered internet marketing, and I was like, what? So I didn't have a laptop at the time, but I ended up buying this guy's. It was a late night infomercial that I saw where this young guy was talking to some old guy about how he made millions of dollars on the internet in his 20s. I'm like, yo, I'm in my 20s. I'm on the internet, but you can make money from it? That's got to be a scam. There's no way. There's no way it's possible. This is like 2010. So I had $150, and the guy was promoting his book and his package for like $50 on the internet. I buy it for $50 and plus shipping and handling, and it comes in the mail about a week and a half later. And I didn't have a laptop, but I'm like, oh man, you got to have a computer to make money online. I thought you just got to buy his book and then I'll make money online. What? All right, whatever. Let me find a computer. So I go to the school's computer lab because I knew they had one, and I put in his Fast Start DVD and I started taking action on what he said. And the most incredible thing happened in my entire life. Like even to this day, this was one of the best moments ever. I made my first $20 in 10 minutes. Wow. And it changed everything. My whole life changed. The way I saw the world change, the way I saw, you know, wealth change and like work change. Everything changed in that moment. I still remember to this day, like it still feels, it was amazing. And what happened for me is I jumped up, I started yelling, I ran around, because it was like, man, it was like I got that, you know, I got that 3,000-pound elephant off my back. Like the weight of the world just fell off my shoulders. And it was like, okay. In that moment when I made my first $20 on the internet, I made a commitment to myself, and I made a commitment with my life. I said, I'm going to do this until I'm as successful as I want to be with this internet stuff. And I'm going to share this with as many people as possible that might've been like I was, where I was in poverty, I was in the ghetto, I was in the hood, I was in the projects. I didn't see a way for myself. Nobody was hiring me because of, you know, let's just call it what it is, right? As Black men, you know, they just didn't want to, like, I walk in and they're like, no, we're not gonna hire you. We're gonna hire this person over here that doesn't look as dark as you. It just is what it is. Like, I couldn't get jobs and all this stuff. So I said, this is a way where, you know, people who may be experiencing what I was experiencing don't have to be subjected to the same, you know, standards, whether it's race or ethnicity or culture or religion. Like all of that goes out the window with the internet. So I made that commitment. I was going to share it with as many people as possible. And it's been what I've been doing. But just to bring it back to the story, I kept going that marketing in college. I started making money in different ways. I started actually having success. Like I even had $1,000 a day while I was in college. And I started, you know, having, you know, months where I was making a couple $1,000 a month. And it was like, wow, like,
that's all right. That stuff's okay.
Great. Yeah, it's great. I'm gonna do this forever. And I started getting some clients. And one client, the first big client I attracted was a luxury automobile dealership where they were selling high ticket cars. So I said, okay, let's do a deal. If I can get you guys some leads, you close the leads, you pay me commission. Great. We worked it out. We did it. So I started using Craigslist for free because I didn't have money. I didn't have a website. I have a marketing budget. I had nothing. I just had my ideas and my resourcefulness. And I started posting on Craigslist, and people started calling me. They started calling, asking to buy a car. And I was like, oh, yeah, well, one moment, let me get you over to the dealer. And I would take the leads, I would screen them, and I would send them to the dealer. And the dealer, at one point, he had so many people, like it was like, yo, Mike, you got to chill, man. Stop sending so many people.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great. For me, it was great. But for him, it was like, Mike, it's overwhelming. Like, I don't need that many. Like, can you chill?
Yeah.
But anyway, after sending him so many leads, he called me about 2 months into it. I'm getting these leads, but nobody's converting. I'm like, man, what am I like? I'm sending him so many people. Why nobody buying? So I said, okay, let me actually write a sales script. So when they call me, I can ask them certain questions. And if they qualify, then pass them on to the dealer. But if they don't qualify, then, you know, the conversation's over. So I did that. And about a week and a half later, after I sent him more qualified leads, he called me and said somebody just bought a vehicle. The amount was about $50,000. And I was like, wait. I'm in my dorm room, bro. I'm
Yeah.
in my dorm room, bro. Like somebody just bought a car for 50 grand.
That might lead, you know. Mm,
Whoa. I got some. I think I'm onto something here.
mhm,
If I could sell a physical product for 50 grand with the internet, maybe I could sell a non-physical, product or service on the internet for 50 grand or more.
mhm,
So that inspired me to want to like keep on this route of like selling premium products and high ticket items.
mhm,
So fast forward to the end of my senior year, and I do a seminar teaching other students what I was doing to make money online as a college student. Because again, this is part of my mission to just
right,
share.
right.
Even if you don't make, they don't take me up on what I'm doing, but if their minds are open and they explore it and they start making money online, I've done my job.
Mhm,
So I do it. About 100 students show up to my seminar, which was my first seminar in college. I was the first student at my university to ever do his own seminar event. Like
That's
I was a
amazing. Yeah.
pioneer at my university.
Yeah.
And so we get to the end of the seminar, and afterwards, people came up to me. They started hiring me for consulting, copywriting, and even video marketing services. But
Right.
one student came up and he had an idea called banana milk, and I'm like, banana milk?
Mhm,
That doesn't exist. That's gonna blow up one day.
mhm,
I can help you. Yeah, let me help you, man. I'll help you. So we negotiated another deal, and I ended up walking away with a 6-figure equity stake in their company.
wow.
And they paid me 6 figures of equity, and it was to this day that was the biggest deal I ever closed so far, individually. So I
Mhm,
came on board with the company, and I began to help with my marketing and my copywriting skills and branding and all that stuff. And we worked together and worked. And, fast forward, we ended up in 2015, we ended up raising about $750,000 for that startup company.
mhm,
And we used that to produce our first 5,000 cases, which we then got into retail stores the next year.
mhm.
And I mean, man, wow. Like,
Wow.
from that moment, we've gone on to raise more money from investors to expand nationwide. And fast forward to today, we're approaching 4,000 stores, soon to be in over 4,000 stores. And some of our clients include companies like Walmart, Whole Foods, HEB, GNC,
Mhm.
and a long list of other companies that I don't even know, because we
Right.
have it's expanding.
So fast. Yeah.
It's expanding so fast. So that Banana Wave project, it's succeeding. It's making it do what it do. But
Mhm,
I kept my skill of digital marketing. I kept my my power going online of product creation, sending traffic, lead generation, except organic marketing and
right, yeah.
etc.
Mhm,
And people started seeing what I was doing. They said, "Hey, Mike, can you show me how to do that? Like,
mhm,
can you show me what you're doing?" Because I was also, doing different things with digital marketing, of creating my own digital products and information products. And I was doing affiliate marketing, and people reached out and asking they help with that specifically. Like, "Hey, Mike, can you show me how to create my own digital product,
mhm.
please?" And so I was like, "Oh, sure. Why not? Let me show you." So my very first client that I coached online, it took him about 2.5 months to make his first digital product.
Mhm,
But then he launched it and he made about $4,000 in 4 days. And
mhm.
I was like, wait, wait,
Another wake up call.
wait, hold on. Is this my dream come true? I
Mhm,
think this might be my dream come true. Like, I'm helping people make way more than they pay me,
mhm.
and I'm able to charge more, because I like that. This is my first client that I charge it was only $500 at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
But I charged him way more than anybody else. He made way more success.
Way more.
Okay, I'm on to something.
Mhm,
And I kept going, and I refined and improved. And Martin, the incredible thing, man, is I started coaching people, and like literally I created, so I kept going, I kept creating different programs, and I created, I think it was my second coaching program I created. 100% of the students got results, which is unheard of.
mhm,
And it was because I was integrating what we use with Banana Wave that worked, my organic strategies and resourcefulness and mindset that worked, with
mhm.
also the proven principles I learned online that worked as well. And people just started having phenomenal results. And that's when I was like, I got something.
That's
I
it.
got something here. And that's when High Ticket Freedom was born. And ever since, man, we've been changing lives with High Ticket Freedom. And like, we've helped impact clients across 12 countries around the world. And it's just been an incredible ride, man, to watch people go from, hey, I'm trying to figure it out, to, oh my God, my life has changed. And like we're creating, like, our business, it keeps growing. We keep getting clients and customers, and wow, it's just been an incredible thing to see and witness. And so, fast forward, with the success of these businesses, I started traveling because this was another part of my dream, to see the world. Because, you know, ghetto projects in the hood, you see Bruce Lee on TV, you see Jackie Chan. I was like, man, I want to go to Asia. I want to see what that's like. So I traveled to Thailand just for fun, to see what would happen. And one day I go to a gym in a place called Chiang Mai, and I go play basketball just for fun. And the manager of the gym sees me. He's like, wait, what the? Comes over, and he's all in my grill. Like, where you from? Like, man, how'd you get here? What are you doing here? Like, how'd you, man, you're so good. Did you play college? Where'd you play overseas? And I'm just like, this is a little weird, but sure, let me answer all your questions, because I'm an open person. Why not?
Yeah.
At the end of the conversation, this guy goes, look, man, I think we can make some money. You like, would you be interested in making some money playing basketball? And I'm like, no way, hold on. Is this another dream come true? Because I don't know if I can handle it right now. I need to breathe.
I know.
And fast forward a couple of months later, this gentleman reaches out. He says, hey, man, we got a tournament. I would love to have you come play in our tournament. I play in a basketball tournament, and we ended up going undefeated. We won a championship. You know, I was one of the leaders, leading scorer, rebound, all that good stuff. And I won the MVP of that championship for the irony is I won for the police in Chiang Mai. Like, it was like the Thai police department, the DEA of Thailand, which is so ironic. Yeah, the background, the history of being around drugs, and you know, my father went to prison for drugs, and who knows, my first team I played for semi-professionally was the DEA in Thailand. Wow. But anyway, I won that. That got me some local press, and I was in the newspaper, and I didn't even know it, but people locally was like, oh, who's black man? Oh, he went very good. Okay.
Yeah. He's tall, big tall. He's very tall.
Yeah, very tall. Yeah. Big beard. And fast forward, man, like I did, you know, a couple months later, I ended up getting drafted as the first pick to play for a team in a city called Nakhon Ratchasima, where I played for that team professionally, and I actually became the first leading scorer and the first leading rebounder in the entire league. And at the end of the league, I finished in the top 10 of every category. So like top 10 for literally points, rebounds, block shots, free throws, 3-pointers, like steals, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, literally everything. I was one of the leaders, and became a local, like a celebrity in Thailand through basketball. So yeah, so now, you know, that's my story. I know it's probably something you haven't heard before, but I wanted to come and I wanted to share all of it, because I believe that there's somebody out there that may be going through a tough time. Maybe your time is not that you started in the ghetto projects in the hood to a single mom, a teenage mom, while your father was in prison. Maybe that's not your story. Maybe your story isn't that you fell into depression from knee surgery and you wanted to die. Maybe that's not your story, but maybe you're hurting in this economy. Maybe you're hurting at the job. Maybe you're hurting in your relationship. Maybe you're hurting, you know, in your spiritual or your faith. Maybe you're hurting with your spouse, or there's something where we are all hurting. Everybody's going through a battle silently that we're all fighting. I am the person that can tell you, I know how it feels to go through silent battles where you feel like you can't reach out to nobody for help, and you cry silent tears at night because you don't know how you're gonna get through it. I know how that feels. The first segment of my life was that for years, so I know how it feels. So I come and I share my story because I'm nobody, like I'm not different from you. I'm a human being just like you are, but I have just trained my willpower to see me through tough times. And so I come and share my story because hopefully it can inspire you, it can motivate you, it can uplift you, and you know, at the end of the day, maybe it can give you a new perspective on life that you may be needing.
Right.
And so I just want to thank you, Martin, for allowing me to just come and share my story, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, it's so ironic because the a gentleman that I interviewed last week, I just launched his video this past Monday. Jay Fanari, it's a white gentleman. He's 77 right now, and at the age of 32, he attempted suicide. He took a couple of pills. He didn't, but he made it. He made it through. But his story was so compelling because he wanted to tell the world that you don't have to commit suicide. Somebody cares. And he said the reason he wanted to do it because he was married. His wife didn't care about him. He wanted to be a comedian. He's still a comedian. You know, he wanted to be a comic. You know, and comics that don't make regular salaries. You know. But he had a wife who just driven. She needed that money, 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 and she didn't care about him, and nobody
Mm.
cared. So he just wanted to check out. But today, after 32 years, what's it, 32, he's 77 right now, so it's 44, 45 years ago, he said himself, he needs to help as many people as he can. He came on my show and he says, somebody cares. If you ever want to do it to yourself, somebody always cares. Don't do it. Life is with the last 45 years, he was married 4 times. And the last wife now,
Wow.
he's been married for 21 years. He says, I finally found somebody who loved me for who I am. He got sick. He's in a wheelchair right now. He has a lot of the problem. But he said, but I am just, life is still precious to me. It's a really compelling story. So I really kind of empathize with what you're saying. I mean, I have been fortunate all of my life. I mean, I haven't had any bad blows. I've had some downturns in business, but in terms of social upbringing and things that, I marvel at people like you, man, who beat the odds, who have beat the odds, definitely. When you and I talk, we have so much in common in our mind, in our mindset, but I have nowhere come close to where you've been, in your upbringing. And a lot of people don't make it out. They don't make it out of the hood. Don't get them, man. They don't make it out
They
because
don't.
they are so controlled by peer pressure. You know, for some reason, I'm never controlled by anybody. I'm always controlled. I don't know if I was just born with a talent of giftness that I believe it's so much in me, that and again the goodness of life, and always sharing and giving back. And I wasn't always like I am now. When you're younger, you're cocky, and but as you grow and you realize that there's more to life than just stuff, just stuff.
Hmm.
Life
Hmm.
is meaning. If you give, you get back, like Zig Ziglar says. If you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. That's how life
Absolutely.
gives back. And you say it all the time. I mean, it's just like the more you share, the more you get. So your story is just so compelling. So you're actually in Thailand for how long? How long you been in Thailand?
Man, I've been traveling in and out for. Started traveling in 2017, and I was visiting surrounding countries, so like Malaysia, Laos, and Myanmar,
Mhm.
Cambodia, which has been dream come true.
Right.
But my professional season was in 2019, and so
Mhm.
I've been here ever since 2019,
Wow.
just enjoying it. And so yeah, this is going on. Yeah, it's 2020 now. It'll be 2021 soon. But
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, from 2019 to 2020, I've been here in Thailand.
Wow. Wow. And so when's the last time you played any basketball competitively?
It was actually in 2019. So unfortunately, despite my great career or start to my career professionally, I did get hurt at the end of the season. Someone came down on my back, and then my knee kind of buckled, and man, had a very unfortunate injury. So because of that injury, I'm in at this moment of recording, I'm 31, so I'm
Right.
a little bit older than I was.
Mhm.
We're all young at heart, but like
Yeah.
the body doesn't recover like it used to. And
Right.
at the same time, I had a dream, man, to just make it one day overseas, and I made it. So like, if I don't play again, I'm okay. Like
Okay.
I did it. Like I checked that off the list. Now
Right.
on to the next thing. And so now I've just been really focused on business, focused on getting my story out there. And
Right.
also, Martin, I'll be honest with you, I had to deprogram. I had to go and get all of that bad, all of those bad things in my foundation from childhood, all of the poverty mindset, all of the, the just the negative, toxic ways of being that I didn't even know was still inside me
Right. Right.
from my upbringing. I've been just working over the last, bit of time to just, uproot all of those beliefs, get
Hmm.
them out, pull them out, yank out the weeds, right? To make space for the fertile soil of my mind for the direction I'm going with the rest of my life. So the last time I competed professionally was in 2019, and
Hmm.
I've just since I got injured, I'm recovered now, but I've just been really focused on, okay, Mike, it's time to get myself all the way right because my story will inspire so many people,
Right.
and that's what you and I met after I've been doing all of that work on myself,
Hmm.
that inner work, which I'm still doing.
Right.
But we met because I was in a much better place of mindset, of
Right.
spirit,
Hmm.
because I had to do that work. And that's why we're here now, because I've been doing the work on myself.
Hmm. Hmm. That is, man, that's amazing. Because when I saw your story on Facebook, I reached out to you, And it's just something just touched me to it because I see a lot of people, but I'm selective, and I say, well, this brother means, there's something about him. I got to know a little bit more. And as we talked a couple of times, and the more we talk, and the more we realize that we have so much in common. We talk about grounding and sun gazing, and people say, "What is that?"
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yes.
but I've been doing that, man, because there's so much power in the magnetic force of the earth, and the power of the sun, the power of the moon, power of meditation,
Mm,
the power of taking time to, enjoy this moment. This moment is all we have. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow is a mystery. The only
mm.
moment we have is now. Like Eckhart Tolle said, the power of now. You ever read the book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now?
Interestingly enough, that was the first book I read on my
Wow.
spiritual transformation
Are
in
you kidding?
2008.
Right.
2000, yeah, 2008. That's when I first read that book, and it started my journey. Started my journey.
hmm I am so resolute on my meditation, man. And you don't have to meditate like a monk. I go outside in the morning with my cup of tea, and I just sit there for 20 minutes and just meditate. You can with
Mm,
your eyes, you can meditate with while you're walking. You just accept the acceptance. Because like I said, I'm an avid reader. I read a lot. And there's a book that I read talks about always being in life, always. Or if you believe it, it would always end up in your favor because life is a flow. It flows. And it's a natural people stress about everything. Oh, I don't have enough money. And I believe it's so resolute in my mind. And I said that years ago, I will never be homeless and I'll never be hungry. And it's the God honest truth. I said it to myself because being an entrepreneur, being self-employed, no, I don't have a job. I don't look for a job. I never have looked for a job. I've never had a job. When I tell people that, it's like, you never had a job. Are you a bum? No. But I believe so resolute in myself. I can do anything that I want to do. Anything. And I have
mm.
and I have. I'm on different journeys right now. I mean, and it's just like bringing the people that I meet in my life right now. It kind of consummates how I think because I may need you on this, you may need me on here, so we can collaborate. But it's just an awesome journey. It's an awesome, awesome journey.
Right
So,
on.
so we talked about your story. So let's talk a little bit about high ticket freedom. Give me a little bit about high ticket freedom. Give me a little more facts and details about high ticket freedom. What's your
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
exactly you do and how you do it and just a little bit more detail because it's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So with high ticket freedom, believing that everyone has a superpower is one
Right.
thing, but having the technical know-how to actually extract that superpower, or rather help a person find that superpower within themselves and then package that superpower into something they can go out into the world and say, hey, you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Can you let me solve your problem, please? And look, this package right here will help you solve your problem. It's only XYZ price.
Right.
Like that is something that I had to learn through the hard way of getting rejected, of getting told no so many times, and having to figure out how can I exchange something that's so valuable that a person will be willing to pay or give up a part of a large piece, a decent piece of their company,
Right.
or they'd be willing to pay a certain amount for it. From my early experiences of selling vehicles at 4 and 5 figure prices, and even closing a 6 figure deal in college, like it just inspired me to figure out how can I help others.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had to hire coaches, and I've been coached and mentored by one of the greatest of all time. Her name is Miss Ann McNeil. She's a master builder, building masterminds, founder of the International Masterminders Association. She
Wow.
mentored me, and she's like one of the best at coaching and consulting. She coaches, Fortune 100 companies. Those are some of her clients. So I
What
was mentored by her in college, and
what's
she
her name again?
had
What's her name again? What
Ann McNeil. Ann
okay.
McNeil.
Anne McNeil. Okay. Okay.
Yes, look her up. So through her mentorship, she's the one that originally taught me the coaching and consulting business model.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, Michael, look, you got gifts, you got this, you got skills, you got experience. Package it, like turn that into a business. Turn your hobbies and your skills into a business, Michael. And
Mm-hmm.
so at the time, I'm like, all right, lady, hey, lady, I'm still fresh out the hood, so I still got my hood mindset. I'm
I
still
know.
thinking hood style. So I'm like, man, who you think you gonna tell me what to do? All right, you know what? She's my mentor. I'm gonna just try. And I would try what she said,
Mm-hmm.
and oh my God, like man, she just sped up the process. Like she saved me 15 years of
Wow.
my life by
Mm-hmm.
just mentoring me and like giving me the game. And so because she was my mentor and she prepared me so well, I had skills and technical know-how that
Mm-hmm.
most people just don't have
Right.
unless they hire that type of mentor. But again, she was helping me as a college kid, and she literally, like, she's, man, like I owe so much of my success in life and business to her,
Right.
because she is like, she's extremely successful. She's helped a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she was teaching people, and she was operating at a high ticket level herself, you know, closing multi-million-dollar deals and just helping people close 5 and 6 figure deals. And you know, it rubbed off on me, and I started closing, you know, 4 or 5 and even 1 6-figure deal,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to the mentorship from her. So I took all of this, and I just like combined it into something, but I wanted to combine it into something that would create generational impact and generational wealth.
Right.
And the high ticket freedom, it's unique because it's a combination of the digital side of things, it's a combination of the physical retail side of my experience, and
Mm-hmm.
also like the energetic, spiritual, conscious, you know, aspect of like, okay, we're creating a business. The business is going to make money because that's what a business does.
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at the other two sides of the business, right? The supply side and the consumer side. Okay. So to get the supply, especially in like a retail business, you need, you know, product, whether it's fruits, vegetables, whatever, cotton, wool, you know, aluminum, metal, whatever it is over here.
Right.
And then the end consumer is the person that's consuming the product, or they're going through the course, or they're, you know, getting the coaching and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being conscious, we need to think about both sides of this equation. So we need to think about the supplier, right? So we need to be conscious of who we're buying from, where we're learning from, the information we're gathering in order to put into this business. And then we need to think about the other side, this person right here, when they consume the product,
Right.
like, how is their life going to be improved and impacted? Are they going to have more, you know, more loving relationships? Are they going to have more nutrition? Are they going to have more money? What is that going to do for them? Right. So it's like looking at both sides and being conscious of it. And then like beyond the end consumer, like who are we helping because of this business? What charities, what organizations, what causes, like who else is benefiting from a philanthropic level from what we're doing with this business? So looking at all of those, taking all of those things into consideration. And then I like to even go higher and say, okay, what ancestors paved the way for us to be here today? What ancestors had to sacrifice for us to be here today? How can what we're doing with this business, how can we show honor to them?
Mm-hmm.
And like when you add all those things into the equation, you know, you're looking at it from a 360-degree perspective of everyone that's involved and that's impacted by this business. And now we go out to the world and launch it, right? Like high ticket freedom helps a person to just bring all of those things together into one unique scenario,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can launch something that's sustainable, that is, you know, can be essentially recession proof, and that can impact so many more lives rather than just the business owner. High ticket freedom helps people to create from a conscious level a business that is sustainable, but also a business that impacts everybody. So it's literally a win, 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 win all across the board. And that's what makes it unique. You know, we go through the standard processes. Okay, build a funnel, build a give and go page, you know, build a game day page, build the proper pages and assets
Mm-hmm.
that you normally hear from other marketers. Like I'm not one to, you know, I'm not gonna say, hey, no, we do the same thing. Like Russell Brunson talks about funnels. All these guys talk about, you know.
I'm just learning about funnels right now. I mean, they're telling you, man, I'm just so intrigued, man. And I'm really like deja vu, man.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about funnels, man. And then I'm running into you, one of the master funnel builders. Is like, this is almost uncanny, you know? So I know I'm on
No,
the right track, how my thinking is. And I know you're going to help me think. We're going to collaborate and make sure it happens. But that's for another, we'll talk privately on that. But it's just amazing. It's just amazing, man. The online world is a phenomenal world, man. You know?
mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, Ann McNeil, she is phenomenal. So, you know, I give her credit, I honor her, you know, I respect her. She's like a mother to me, so I'm very fortunate. And I don't take it for granted.
Right.
And you know, there's so much that I encompass and put into high ticket freedom, because I say, hey, look, you are who you are. I'm not in control of you. I'm not gonna control you. I don't want to control you, because no, like what I want to do is I want to give you the keys
Mm-hmm.
to unlock the doors for your future, for your life, for how you want it to live,
Right.
for how you want it to be. Like, do you want a big house? Do you want it, whatever you want, I'm going to give you the blueprint and the foundation to bring it out of yourself, to educe it from yourself. And educe, you know, that's the Latin root of the word education, right? Educate, like that EDUC comes from the word educe, means to bring out. So I help people bring it out of themselves to create what they want to create. And I say, look, whatever you want to pick, just pick. And if you pick that, use this engine. If you put this engine into your vehicle, it will take you wherever you want to go. And that's like one of the magic. That's one of the elements of magic that's involved in my program, High Ticket Freedom, is we give people the freedom to choose what they want. We give people their power back. We give people their ability to become sovereigns of themselves. We give them that back. And, you know, it's phenomenal, man. It literally, like, I've literally seen hundreds of lives change. It's crazy. It's amazing. Like, and some of my clients have even gone on to become influencers and like industry leaders, and they lead certain parts of industry. And I just look and I'm just like, wow. Like, I don't even take credit. I just stand back and just watch, like, wow, that's
yeah. That's why I mean, once you bless people and you see the success, it's like, you know, wow, I caused that. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Yeah.
I agree. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, you know, without, you know, making this too much more drawn out, the elements we dig into in High Ticket Freedom is the mindset and the clarity, you know, building their actual product and packaging what they have into an attractive offer that people will take them up on, building the marketing systems around that to create some automation in the marketing, you know, helping them to actually close sales, whether that's on a page, email, phone call, face-to-face, all that good stuff. And then helping them to actually fulfill those clients and then to build a system around it. So creating the right types of processes and, you know, standard operating procedures, so that way they can have a business that runs like an actual system that is organized. And then helping them go on to actually grow it and scale it, like build a team so that way they can take it to the next level. And then once they get there, I actually help them to then begin to tap into their inner energy. So tap into the inner spirit, different exercises, breathing techniques to just help them become more aligned. And on top of all that good stuff, man, I educate them on how to actually create the lifestyle they want and how to actually go live it. And a lot of people have been like, you know, that very first client from 2014 who made his $4,000 in 4 days, to this day, 2020 and beyond, like, he's been doing multiple six figures a year. He was traveling the world before COVID, and his life hasn't been the same ever since we worked together. Like, that's just one story. I got so many clients that, like, I just had somebody reach out the other day about showing me their new place. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's amazing. Clients have purchased cars. Some have bought new houses. Some have been traveling the world. Some started charities, giving back to others. Like, some started food products. One started a hair product that she's got now. Like, after like growing one business, she started another. It's amazing. It's incredible. So High Ticket Freedom is much more than just like an online program. For me, it's literally a transformation academy that transforms people from where they are now to where they want to be. And then it gives them a blueprint and a system to create a new vision for their legacy. And it helps them to move in the direction of creating and realizing and crystallizing their legacy. And it's incredible, man. It truly is. It truly is.
Well, I think it's translated. The word I can see is transformational, you know? It's really transformational, definitely. Because to change people's lives, and then that's what it's all about. That's what the world is all about. And like, you know, I always make an analogy. I say, no matter who is president, it has never affected my life. Barack Obama was the president. Clinton, we got just every president that has been there. It has never affected my life. I have to affect my life. So a lot of people say, well, if he's president, maybe he'll do this. No, I don't care who is president. I'm not a Democrat, Republican, Independent. You affect change for yourself, not anybody else. And once people realize that they have a lot within themselves, you know, and you bring it out of them. You help bring it out, which is great, man, you know. So you have a gift, brother. You got a gift, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is wonderful. Man, we've covered a lot of ground today. But your story, just to cap what we talked about, your story is just amazing. And I just wish that your story reaches out and touches somebody to know that, including your story and the one I just did about the gentleman who tried to commit suicide 45 years ago, that there's always help. There's never desperation. It's always help. You know, and you, I mean, testament to you. You helped yourself. You brought it out of you. You said, I'm getting out of here. This is not my destiny. And this is not a lot of people's destiny. A lot of people, they look around and they are subject by their peers, by their environment. The environment doesn't have to be you. You know, you can affect it. You know, so, and you did. And Jay, my buddy who did talked about the suicide, he said that somebody always cares. People think nobody cares. Somebody always cares. I care. If I can help anybody, I reach out, and I know you do the same. So this is a world where love is the answer, man. Love is the answer. Love is truly the answer. But my friend, I'm happy to call you my friend. It's just been an incredible story. I really appreciate you taking the time to come in the think tank. Like I say, in the think tank, we have ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and you are truly doing extraordinary things. You're in Thailand, man. Come on. You're in Thailand. Come on, man. You know, a little punk from Miami.
Yeah, yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man. I tell people all the time, like, look, man, I'm just a kid from the hood in Miami, man, that wanted to make it out. That's all I am. I'm no different than you.
That's right. No different. You know, if you can do it, anybody can. Just that desire. This desire, you know, like me, when I left my little island of St. Lucia, I left when I was 17 and a half on a track and
Mhm.
scholarship. I run track. And I got out. Not saying the islands are bad, the islands are good. But when you're in an island like this, you know, the opportunities are limited. You know, I have friends of mine who never left. Well, they work in the government for 30 years. Now they have a pension, and I ain't got no pension. I got to create my own pension. But I'm happy with that because I'm living my life. I'm not, there's no destiny, you know? So it's just, you know, opportunity, man. You know, I love opportunity. I seek opportunity. I seek to give people opportunity also. So it's just a wonderful. So let me ask you. So if anybody wanted to get a hold of you for your services, how did they get a hold of you?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the first place I would recommend going is to highticketfreedom.com. You can reach out to me there. We have some free training available where you can come, download some free training, get started, kind of get a taste of what we offer to see if it's a fit for you. And if it's not a fit, but you do get value from the free training, all good. Take that and just run with it if that's the case.
Right.
But if you'd like to work with me, you can reach out, go to highticketfreedom.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also join our free Facebook group that we have. We offer a free Facebook group where we have tons of free training. I mean, you know, there's tips being given. We have an entire community full of hundreds of people that are on
It's
a similar mission.
like 946 people in the group. I just joined in there on your
Oh,
Facebook group. I just did it tonight.
awesome.
946 people. You're correct. You're actually correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of people, and the great thing is, if you come in that group and just kind of take a look, you'll see there's a lot of people that have been like, "Hey, I've gotten value from this man. This man has helped me. If you're not working with him, you need to do it." Like you'll just see we have an entire community inside of our high ticket society,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a cool place. It's just a cool place. Like you know, there's good energy, there's positive energy. There's not a lot of negative and talk, you know, it's just not that. This place has been created from a place of love, so you can come hang out with us inside the High Ticket Society, or you can even follow on, you know, on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Just literally hit at High Ticket Freedom or at High Ticket Freedom Academy, and you'll see us come up on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Even on YouTube, you can check us out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, join the High Ticket Society, because that way you can see me interacting, and you can even reach out to me through that community. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, if you want to get started learning more about our services, just go to highticketfreedom.com, check out our website. We share what we do on our website transparently, so you can see the information there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we provide all types of valuable free information, as well as paid information in the form of courses, books, and even consulting, as well as coaching. So
Right.
come hang out with me there at highticketfreedom.com.
That's the full spectrum, man. That's wonderful. I mean, you're an amazing young man. I say young man. You know, you are amazing because you epitomize what the world is all about. Taking an opportunity and just expanding it and then sharing. You know, it's good to take, but we also have to share. Definitely, you know. So Michael, we can go on for hours probably because there's so much more that we have to talk about. But I just wanted to say again, it's been a pleasure being in the think tank. I look forward to this conversation. It's 1:45, midnight, quarter to one in the day for you. So it's just a pleasure, man. I can't tell you how much it's been a pleasure just to hear your story, and to know that you're a friend. That's how I love. That's how I want to end it. I know you're a friend. So thanks for taking the time to be in the think tank, man. I cannot say it more than often again, because I appreciate everybody that comes on, because it takes time, and I value everybody's time. I truly do. The same way you talked about, you valued that one friend of yours who gave you the time, and he's big time now. Same thing. It doesn't matter who it is. I just value everybody's time, because time is precious. You can't buy time. Time, you give your time, and once it's given, you can't take it back. So, my brother, thank you so much. We're going to be in touch. I'll give you a call later on, and we'll talk some other stuff offline. But keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing
Martin,
what
man.
you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Namaste, my brother. Okay, and then we'll talk.
Namaste. Absolutely. I always, I like to just tell people, man, I send you wholeness, high vibrations, and greatness, man. Mm-hmm. Seriously, it's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing if anybody is inspired or motivated after this. I hope so. But I want to leave with my quote, because this is my quote, man. I love to leave people with.
Right.
If the dreams that you're dreaming can be accomplished in this lifetime, then you are dreaming too small. I challenge you to dream bigger.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to upsell you on that one. Yeah, I always say if you're dreaming and your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your dreams don't scare, if my dreams don't scare me, my dreams are magnanimous. I'm a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer from a little boy. My wife calls me a dreamer to this day, and we've been married 20 years. She says, "Honey, you're still dreaming." I dream every day. I'll sit in my office and I'll just sit there and I just think of what I want to do. That's who I am, and I just created. I created it from a place of instinct, not from nobody else's place. It's my own place. Let me give you a quick story. When I started my in the think tank, I love the word quantum. So I was quantum this, quantum that. I couldn't figure. Then one day I got up about 5 o'clock in the morning, and it hit me. In the think tank with Martin Spencer. That resonated so much, because I know my subconscious knew I wanted something that resonated with me, and I just left quantum, and I just went right to the name, In the Think Tank. And once I found that name, that was it. I haven't changed, and that's what happens in life.
Wow.
Things resonate, the resonance. I call it resonance. You know it from inside, you know it from within, and I challenge people to resonate from themselves and live the life that they want to live. If you don't have enough money, you don't have any contacts, just a dream. The subconscious, the universe, whoever, like you said, Jah, Allah, Yahweh, Buddha, whatever you call it, that higher power, it will transcend and bring the right person to you. It has happened to me so many times, because I believe it, and I just want to leave people there that it's possible. Your dreams don't scare you. They're not big enough. Your dreams have to scare you. And my dreams scare me. They've always have, but I've always accomplished. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes I fail. I'm human. But failure is the vehicle that challenges you to go one more step, one more step, So
absolutely.
Your dreams scare you, my dreams scare me. And I know we're going to take life to another level, man, and make the world a better place, my brother. Okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
So it's blessings, my friend. You take care of yourself, and I know we'll be talking soon. Namaste.
Namaste. Take care, brother.
Good.
Thank you, everyone.
My pleasure. Gotcha. Okay. The world as we know it has changed forever. We have to unite more than ever. It has never been easier to connect. Social media is the great equalizer. As we continue to learn from each other, it allows us to challenge our beliefs